address, email address, and phone number, and speak slowly and spell it out with your information, and we will be right back.
Sorry about the long question.
No, that's fine.
Wilson?
We'll just have,
Yes.
I was going to say Nelson. I could Wilson, that's right.
I was thinking Kramer, but...
Make sure she thanked everybody at JFK for the Kennedy Awards, and made sure she, I mean, she just,
Very good speaker.
Excellent speaker.
All right, good.
Okay, so now we'll get into the second segment here. And we'll introduce Randy.
Follow her again. Just like on stage.
Not quite as good looking, but just as
I
interesting.
almost hung up on her. That's what I did.
3 kids
you
plus
thought she
2
was another
extra and 4
salesperson.
dogs.
Yeah.
Right.
Welcome back to the Best of Investing. I'm Edward Brown, your host, along with Brian Burke and Mark Hanf. And when we cut to the first commercial break, we asked this first trivia question. We usually only saw the top of his hat over a fence. What was the name of the neighbor on the sitcom Home Improvement?
Wilson.
Wilson, that is correct. All right, we are in the studio now. Well, thank you very much, Kathy Ireland. But now we're going to go over to Randy Williams. And do you want to introduce him, Brian?
Oh, yes. Yeah, we get Kathy Ireland and Randy Williams on a show, and I get laryngitis. What's really going on here? So I'll let you take it, Edward.
Oh, okay. So Randy is president of and founder of Keiretsu Forum, which is the largest angel investor network. And I'm just going to hand it right over to Randy. Go ahead, Randy. Tell us, first of all, first question, what is the Keiretsu Forum?
Well, before I get into that, I want to acknowledge what a wonderful guest you had on a moment ago, Kathy Ireland, Entrepreneurs That Give Back. She's grown her company over $1 billion, and her organization and my organization were fortunately honored for the Kennedy Awards in November, and we created 75 scholarships for veterans coming back from war. But every organization, whether it's Keiretsu Forum or whoever's listening out there, or your own individual brand, figure out a way to give back and enjoy having that significance, but enjoy giving back. Keiretsu Forum is a membership organization that started here in Northern California 12 years ago. And it has resonated here, and it's going around the world. We have 23 chapters. Our latest one is actually in Istanbul, Turkey. We're in 3 continents, Asia, Europe, and here. What we are, we're early stage investors before the public markets, primarily in startups, primarily in technology. However, 30% of our portfolio is brick and mortar. We invest in real estate projects. We invest in a very interesting project. For instance, we have the licensing rights. We invested in Maverick Surf Contest. We invested in fashion.
Wow.
We invest in soft drinks. So the whole spirit of Keiretsu Forum is mind share, a swarm intelligence of a community to help each other without a vested interest.
I was going to say, because you're not a venture capital group where you guys themselves are trying to invest money and take it over as a company. It's more a bunch of investors, right?
Correct. We're a membership organization, and there's an annual membership fee. And when you make an investment, and we have a 6-month rule, we don't want you to invest for 6 months because we have a wonderful platform of educating early stage investors to understand the risk and the opportunity of early stage investing. But when you do make an investment, 100% goes to the entrepreneur. So the whole spirit of Keiretsu is helping each other through swarm intelligence or mind share of a robust investing community.
Okay, now laryngitis or none, you have to still ask a question.
Oh, yeah, I've definitely got to do that. So, a lot of angel investor groups, they don't invest in real estate. They invest only in startup companies. And our company, Praxis Capital, is a real estate private equity firm. And we do real estate deals. And I understand that Keiretsu also invests in real estate deals, which is unique to angel investing. In fact, we presented at Keiretsu Forum a couple months ago and actually raised capital through Keiretsu Forum. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, again, we like to see all types of investing, early stage and also real estate. We feel it's, in many respects, great companies like yourself providing safe harbor investing through real estate with a very attractive return. So some of our members want to hit it out of the park with hopefully a 10x return, and some of us myself included, like to go safe harbor, invest in a mortgage fund, invest in a real estate opportunity like yours. But the whole spirit of it is, instead of 1 or 2 people, analyzing it, you can sign up on the sheet to look at this opportunity, and you'll have 20 or 30 or 50 Keiretsu Forum members helping you without a vested interest to ascertain if it's going to be a good investment or not.
So Randy, I just want to make clear that the audience understands. So what the Keiretsu Forum does is you're bringing together those who are seeking capital for their startup venture, or in what you just spoke about, potential real estate ventures. You're bringing them together also with people who are interested in, how do I become an angel investor? So you're kind of bringing the whole parties together, and you're educating both sides of the table, I understand.
Exactly. It's as simple as we are legally a facilitator, and we're bringing together, and then when I say we, it's not me. The secret sauce is our membership. We're blessed to have 365 members in Northern California. They are the ones bringing the deal flow. They are possibly tired of being solicited, but they see a great opportunity. They bring it, and then we have very proactive deal screening groups and committees, and the whole spirit of Keiretsu. We receive 50 companies a month. Only 4 make it, because the membership getting involved not only in deal flow origination by bringing these great deals to us, but they also get involved in the selection of actually what companies make it. But after a company presents the Keiretsu Forum, maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, if in fact you are interested or not interested, you are enjoying the mind share, the groupthink of a community. But the 11th hour, when you want to make an investment, 100% of your dollars goes to the entrepreneur. It doesn't flow back to Keiretsu. We're a membership organization.
Now, the ones that don't make it, is it like a felony background check, or what kind of companies? Don't name them by names, but what ones have not made it for what reasons?
Well, we're spoiled. We're going on our 13th year at Keiretsu, and generally, speaking of technology opportunities, there's a lot of great companies out there, but we're not that early. We're usually after friends and family. We're usually at a place where the company has revenue or about to get revenue, and so that is our validator, that we can validate there's actually income coming in. The perfect opportunity in technology is where our $1 million or $1.5 million will lead that company break even, and the only way that we as investors or early stage angel investors will make money if a company scales and there's an exit.
Okay, so it's not just a typical, you go to the bank and the banker says, have you ever been convicted of a felony? And you go, convicted? No, I was never convicted.
Well, the VCs that see our deal flow after we invest in it are more impressed than, for instance, we'll deliver a book of anywhere from 6 inches to 12 inches of all the mind share of whoever's interested in the opportunity. All the positives, all the critiques, and then members make up their individual decisions.
And are there like specific committees? Because those guys don't get paid for reviewing all the documents, right?
The spirit of Keiretsu Forum is engagement and participation. If you're going to join a country club, if you're not going to play golf or tennis, don't join. The same thing at Keiretsu. Get involved. You can get involved in our charitable side. You can get involved in our committee. But yes, we have 10 different committees, from software to telco to real estate, etc.
Okay, and so you have the people who are experts in real estate, hopefully on the committees that are looking at real estate type deals.
So if I have a company that I want to present to Keiretsu, is there a process that I would go through?
Yes. The best way to present to Keiretsu Forum is actually come as a guest and see what's going on. We have 4 chapters in the Bay Area. We always meet the end of each month, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday, San Francisco. Wednesday afternoon is the North Bay. Thursday is East Bay. Friday, Silicon Valley. Come, sit in the back, see what's going on. Then we have an online application, and then what happens then, it goes to the committee. So if it's a real estate opportunity, we'll go to the real estate committee, and then again, out of 50 companies a month, only 4 make it to the eventual presentations, which are at the end of the month.
Boy, it's like trying to be an umpire. It's kind of hard to be an umpire, too. Well, let me ask you, what are investors looking for in terms of deal structure and returns?
What type of product type?
Brian, you came up with these questions.
Well, primarily in startup and tech companies.
Well, let's get, because you're a real estate aficionado and you have a great fund yourself, you listen carefully to the committee, and you had a structure that was good, and then we created a great structure because we want you to win.
That's right.
And we want to win, but we gave and you were very receptive to some of the things that we said. And so why don't you tell us the
Yeah, I was gonna say,
structure?
there's probably some different feedback, like
Yeah,
you're going in with
that's
one.
true. That's one of the things that Keiretsu Forum is really good for. Is not only do they are they a source for capital, but they're also a source for advice. And they may say to you, "Hey, this is a really good deal, but you can make this a better deal if you do this and this," and that's really helpful for the entrepreneur.
And you're also a great listener, and thank you. And you obviously have a great company, and hopefully we'll make money with you in Texas. But we structure it differently, and you listened. And if you hadn't listened,
Yes.
you might have gotten less capital.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly. Okay, we're going to cut to our second trivia question, the commercial break. Mark, this one's for you. What was the name of the mailman on Seinfeld? Remember he used to go, Jerry. The first 3 callers with the correct answer win a free 3-day, 2-night stay at the Lighthouse Resort. Their website is lighthouse4fun.com. Call 888-912-1190. That's 888-912-1190 to answer this question. What was the name of the mailman on the TV show Seinfeld? Call 888-912-1190. Make sure to include your name, address, email address, and phone number. Remember to speak it slowly, please, and spell out your information for us, and we'll be right back.
Newman!
Hello.
Newman!
Well, welcome back to the Best of Investing. I'm Edward Brown, your host, along with Mark Hanf and Brian Berg. We're in the studio here with the founder and CEO of Keiretsu Forum. We're going to come back to him in just a minute after we go to email time with Mark. But we had a second trivia question, and that was, what was the name of the mailman on Seinfeld? All right, Mark. Newman! It's hello, Newman. Remember you used to say it that way? Okay. Here, Mark, we received an email from a listener, and actually I thought this was very good. Can you give me an example of one of your loans and why the borrower needed to use your company instead of a regular bank? That's a great question.
That is a great question. Well, I'm president of Pacific Private Money. We are a private money mortgage broker of real estate loans to real estate investors. Our specialty is making loans to Bay Area real estate investors secured by Bay Area property, mostly investment property. And the reason people come to us today is for the simple reason that banks in general are no longer making loans to real estate investors. They've, ever since the real estate meltdown and the financial meltdown and the subprime market vanishing, banks in general have refocused their energies, quite frankly, on consumer home loans. So if you're a consumer looking to buy a loan, the loan interest rates are fabulous, and for the most part, that's where the bulk of their activity is, in addition to refinancing of consumer home loans.
Okay, so give us an example of a loan that you recently did and why the borrower could not get a regular bank loan.
Well, on a regular basis, 4 to 5 loans per week we're closing to, for example, we have several experienced rehabbers, they call them. They're basically people who buy, fix, and flip real estate in markets around the Bay Area. Notwithstanding what you'll hear or read in the media about how crappy the real estate market is and how sales are down, etc., there still are sales going on. They're nowhere near at the volume they were in 2005, but there's still sales going on, largely to first-time home buyers and taking advantage of those low interest rates that they can get from the bank. But in order to get those homes to a state where a first-time home buyer would want to buy them, these are usually our borrower clients are usually real estate investors who are looking for opportunities to buy bank-owned property, many of which are in poor condition. And so they'll buy them, they'll remodel them, sometimes substantially remodel them, and then put them back on the market. So this is a way to really improve the existing inventory of real estate, put it back on the market for first-time home buyers. So really that's really the simple answer to, why would someone go to Pacific Private Money and pay higher interest rates to borrow money, as opposed to the bank. The banks are really not making those kind of loans right now, and based on my forecast looking forward for 2012 and 13, I really don't see banks coming back into that market anytime soon. The companies like Pacific Private Money have really grown to fill that gap in the financing, to provide that much needed capital to the real estate investment community, which by and large is an important part of the economy. So, I don't want to necessarily toot my own horn, but private lenders have been an important component to the economy that we actually have. I mean, you can talk about the economy being still pretty slow, or we're still kind of in coming out of a recession. I mean, if it weren't for private money capital being made readily available to real estate investors, we'd be in much poorer shape right now.
Absolutely.
That's true.
And you said the word crappy. Is that okay?
I
FCC?
know.
No, that's
I wondered
okay.
about that.
In fact, I think there isn't some kind of Supreme Court case or something that they're looking at to see
Yeah,
what
They
you
are
say on
talking
the
about
air?
that right now. They're talking about maybe doing away with the restrictions on naughty words on the cable. I mean, the primary.
Ours is a family
TV
show,
channels.
so we're going to keep it clean
Absolutely.
here. All right. You know what, guys? We're going to go to a very quick commercial break because we had Kathy on for a nice long time, and then we'll come back and we'll get a little bit more into what Randy does at Keiretsu Forum, because I know Brian's got a couple more questions. All right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So here is our third and final trivia question. What was the name of the manager of the Central Perk Coffee House on the TV show Friends? The first three callers with the correct answer win a free 3-day, 2-night stay at the Lighthouse Resort. Their website is lighthouse4fun.com. Call 888-912-1190. That's 888-912-1190 to answer this question. What was the name of the manager of the Central Perk Coffee House on the TV show Friends? 888-912-1190. Make sure to include your name, address, email address, and phone number, and speak slowly and spell it out. And we will be right back.
Stretch. I just fell on time.
Oh,
Let's go to get your hat in on the. My hat's been on.
Is there an advertisement on the front of that hat?
yeah, of course.
We need to.
Welcome back to the Best of Investing. I'm Edward Brown, your host, again along with Mark Hanf of Pacific Private Money and Brian Burke of Praxis Capital. We're in the studio here with Randy Williams, who is the founder and CEO of Keiretsu Forum, and the largest angel investor company, basically, forum